Julio Urias might be headed back to the Dodgers, and MLB just cleared the way. After months of silence and controversy surrounding his legal issues, league officials have reportedly authorized Urias to return, shocking fans and igniting massive debate. The Dodgers, desperate for pitching depth, may gamble on bringing him back. But should they? His talent is undeniable, but his past still casts a shadow. Is this a bold move for a playoff push or a PR disaster waiting to explode? Dodgers Nation is split, and the decision could define their season. What happens next could shock everyone. Stay tuned. You are not going to believe what just happened. Just when everyone thought his career might be over, just when Dodgers fans had moved on and the MLB world turned the page, out comes a bombshell that has completely shaken up the entire league. Julio Urias is back. Yes, you heard that right. After months of silence, rumors, and uncertainty, Major League Baseball has officially authorized Julio Urias' return, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are reportedly preparing to bring him back into the fold. This is not just another roster update, this is a moment that's going to cause massive reactions from fans, analysts, and players all across the sport. So let's break this all down. Who could have seen this coming? Last year, after allegations of domestic violence surfaced again, Julio Urias was placed on administrative leave. It was his second incident in 4 years. The Dodgers cut ties, the media backed off, and MLB launched a full investigation. For months, it was radio silence. No games. No appearances. No statements. His future in baseball looked uncertain at best and permanently over at worst. And then came the shock. Just days ago, after what MLB described as a thorough, comprehensive investigation, the league announced that Julio Urias has been reinstated, with no further suspension or penalty. That alone stunned everyone. MLB, known for cracking down on repeat offenders under its domestic violence policy, had taken a surprising turn. And now, the Dodgers are reportedly among the teams willing to give him another shot. And according to multiple sources, talks are already underway between the team and Urias' camp about a potential short-term deal, likely an incentive-laden contract that gives the Dodgers flexibility and gives Urias a chance at redemption. Let that sink in. Julio Urias, the same pitcher who closed out the 2020 World Series for the Dodgers, who was once seen as the future ace of the franchise, is on the verge of returning to the same team that once distanced itself from him. This isn't just about baseball. This is about legacy, forgiveness, accountability, and controversy. Make no mistake, this move won't come without backlash. Social media has already exploded. Some fans are furious, calling the potential reunion a betrayal of the team's values. Others are more forgiving, pointing out that MLB cleared Urias and that in America, a second chance should be possible. But everyone agrees on one thing: this is going to get messy. So why would the Dodgers even consider bringing him back? One word: pitching. The team has been hit hard by injuries this season. Clayton Kershaw's rehab is taking longer than expected. Walker Buehler's return has been inconsistent. Other arms like Dustin May and Tony Gonsolin are either out or unreliable. Simply put, the Dodgers need depth. They need someone who knows how to win. And as much as people may not want to admit it, Julio Urias can pitch. When he's locked in, he's one of the most effective left-handers in the game. A career ERA of under 3.20 since 2020, postseason dominance, and elite command, those aren't things you can find on the waiver wire. And from a clubhouse perspective, sources say that some players, including Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, are already aware of the situation and have privately supported the idea of giving Urias another chance, if he's truly remorseful and ready to rebuild trust. That's a big if. But it shows the complexity here. This isn't just a PR move. This is a calculated risk, one that could either save the Dodgers' rotation or blow up in their faces. Let's also remember how important Julio Urias was to this franchise. He was once called the Mexican Sandy Koufax, a phenom with poise beyond his years. He debuted at just 19 years old and quickly became one of the faces of the Dodgers' golden era. His performance in Game 6 of the 2020 World Series, when he came out of the bullpen to shut the door on the Rays and clinch the championship, is forever etched into Dodgers history. There's nostalgia, there's unfinished business, and there's a sense that maybe, just maybe, Urías could find redemption right where it all began. But don't get it twisted. This will be one of the most controversial returns in MLB history. The league may have reinstated him, but fans haven't forgotten. In 2019, he was arrested for a domestic violence incident but wasn't suspended immediately. MLB later hit him with a 20-game ban. Then came 2023, and the allegations returned, this time more serious, with reports of a physical altercation outside of an LA stadium. Charges weren't filed in the end, but public perception had already turned. And now? Urías is cleared to play, but he'll be facing a media storm unlike anything he's ever dealt with. Every interview, every away game, every camera will be focused on him. The boos will be loud. The questions will be endless. He'll be under a microscope. So the question is it worth it? Can the Dodgers weather that storm for the chance to improve their rotation? Or is this a distraction they can't afford? Because let's face it, the Dodgers are under pressure this year. With Shohei Ohtani now on the team, the expectations are sky high. Anything less than a World Series run would be a disappointment. And that makes every roster decision, especially one as polarizing as this, incredibly important. But here's where things get even more interesting. Insiders say that other teams, including the Houston Astros, Baltimore Orioles, and even the Yankees, had quietly checked in on Urías' status over the past month. That means if the Dodgers don't act soon, they could lose him to a contender. And from a business perspective, that's a risk they may not want to take. What complicates things even further is the clubhouse culture. The Dodgers pride themselves on character. They've been outspoken about issues off the field. They've cut players before for less. So bringing back Urías sends a very specific message, and not everyone will be okay with that. The front office knows this. That's why this deal, if it happens, will come with strict conditions. 1-year contract. Minimal guarantees. Behavior clauses. Community service commitments. Basically, a zero-tolerance structure. And let's talk money. Because this might be one of the cheapest high-upside pitching options available before the trade deadline. Urías, because of his time away from the game and his uncertain public standing, won't command a huge salary. In fact, this could be the ultimate low-risk, high-reward gamble for a team looking to go all in without gutting the farm system. But it still comes with a price, and that price is controversy. Fans are already split. Some are burning jerseys. Others are pulling out their old 7 threads, ready to support a comeback. The media is on fire. And one thing is clear, this story is far from over. Whether Urías signs with the Dodgers again or ends up somewhere else, his return to MLB is going to be one of the most talked about stories of the season. So here we are. One of the most talented lefties in the game is back. Cleared. Eligible. Ready to pitch. The Dodgers, a team with World Series dreams but rotation problems, have a decision to make. Do they welcome back a former hero with a troubled past? Or do they stay the course, knowing the backlash could hurt more than any on-field boost?